Good morning. Good morning, 5th graders. I'm Miss Alt. I am a 7th grade science teacher over at Prairie View, so some of you I will be seeing next year. I've been a part of the BEP for 6 years, and I want to tell you how important it is and how exciting it is to have all of you here. You are an elite group of students that are going into the middle schools next year to do great things, to be responsible students, to get your work done, to be great friends, and to really get a great Sun Prairie education. Today, our guest speaker is Mark Tauscher. He went to Auburndale High School. He walked on for the Badgers to play football with Bucky, and was a part of the 2000 NFL draft, where he was drafted by the Packers and played as a right tackle for the Packers. He is the epitome of what it means to work hard, to do your best, to not take anything for granted, and to try harder every time and every day. And I want to introduce him. I want you to give him a big Sun Prairie welcome. Welcome, Mark Tauscher.
Well, thank you guys. I want to first congratulate all the students for, getting everything done. I asked what the criteria was for all of you guys to get here, and being on time, getting your work done on time, completing it up to par, and always taking initiative to get things done. And so I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about how important education was for me, because obviously you guys have made education a priority in your life. And for me, it comes back to, I remember I was in 1st grade, and I was not a great student. I was in the lowest. You guys all have reading groups still? Well, I was in the 1st reading group, or the 3rd reading group. There's 3 groups. The 1st group was the highest, 2nd was middle, and 3rd was the lowest, and I was in the lowest. And I remember this because I think back to it a long time ago, and kind of how important that time in my life was. And we had learning disabilities. We had to go across the street, and we'd have to go to the elementary school. I went to a Catholic school, so I had to walk across, and I just remember the support that I received from my teachers and from my parents to kind of get myself back on track. And I look back to where I was able to, go to the Rose Bowl, win 2 Rose Bowls with Wisconsin, go up, be on a Super Bowl team with Green Bay, and play for 11 years. And I think back to how important that moment in my life was, because at that time, it was a real struggle. And to be able to kind of get the support from great people and be able to do the same things you guys were able to do, to get your work on time and to stay on course. So after I was able to get that, got into the 2nd grade, was into the 2nd reading group, and then the big step was in my 3rd grade, was up to got up to that 1st reading group, and from that point on, I just feel like everything went in the right direction. So what I really want to kind of illustrate to you guys is, you have great teachers that care a lot about you. You have families that care a lot about you. Use those resources, but really what I wanted to say was congratulations for you guys to do what you were able to do. Now the next step comes. What are we going to do next? And it's just to keep building off of the great base that you guys have. And I want to commend it. Let's give your teachers and administrators a round of applause, because they put in a lot of great work and effort as well. But I can't illustrate to you enough. I go around and talk to a lot of schools, and everybody wants to talk about what it's like playing with Aaron Rodgers, or what was it like playing with Brett Favre, or what was it like blocking for Ron Dane, and all that stuff. I mean, it was a great ride and a lot of fun, but without the time I just spoke to you about, kind of getting that thing going and getting my education going, you can't get into school, you can't get into a university anymore if you're not doing what's right at this age and continuing forward by keeping on top of your studies, getting your work on time. Doing those things gives you that chance to be able to do what you want to do, whether it's art or if it's teaching, whatever profession or whatever your life ambition is going to be. This is the base. You guys have accomplished that to this point, but it's going to continue on, and you're going to continue to have great teachers, and you're going to continue to have that support. Now it's on to you guys to keep building what you've done so far and take it to the next step. So I want to commend you for getting to this point. I know you guys got to get back to school, but just great job. Keep up the good work. And I hope in about 5 or 6 more years you guys will be able to accomplish all of your life goals by getting into a university or doing whatever your dreams are. So thank you guys very much.